Good evening from Bangkok. It's Reem and Roshan wrapping up Monday's matches at the AFC Under-23 Championships. And today, Roshan, the games kicked off at Buriram Stadium. It was all about Group D. And again, the 2018 finalists find themselves in a goalless draw, this time around against Jordan. Is it worrying at all that they have not found the back of the net in this entire competition?
Yeah, very worrying. And, there's a real lack of imagination in possession of the ball. There's not much creativity in there when you think about just the fact that Quang Hai is the only one really who's got that quality to try and create opportunities for them. There's a lot of set play routines in terms of how they pass the ball. Yes, they've got options for the player on the ball, left and right in front of him, but it can sometimes be easy to sort of figure it out defensively. You need a little bit of creativity, you need a bit of ability to drive through the blocks sometimes, and they don't really have that at the moment or from their first couple of games. So it's a big job ahead of them against DPR Korea in the next game to find solutions on how to break them down. I think the positives for them is that DPR Korea have been pretty poor in this competition so far.
Is it fair to say then that Jordan had the better 90 minutes?
Yeah, I think Jordan had the better 90 minutes and they should have won the game, with the opportunities that they created. I thought Al Naimat was very lively once again, but his finishing touch has just been lacking in this competition so far, but really energetic alongside Abu Rizik up front as well. Olwan, another one who had opportunities, making late runs into the box, meeting crosses, but couldn't quite find the finishing touch again. I'd be frustrated if you're Jordan's coach, with the opportunities that they had in the first half and in the second half as well. Al-Bari had a really good game from right wing back, getting himself forward, creating chances for them, getting crosses into the box, but they couldn't finish Vietnam off, and that again gives them this tough game against the UAE coming up on match day 3.
Now, as you mentioned, it is a must-win for Vietnam against DPR Korea in their final game if they want to have any chance at all to qualify for the quarters. And speaking of DPR Korea, in the earlier kickoff, they lost out to UAE 2-0, so they're sent home packing. What went wrong for Ryu Il's men then?
Look, there's just not enough quality overall in that DPR Korea side, and again, you could see how they struggled on match day 1 against Jordan. Again, scoreline said 2-1, but it was comfortable win for Jordan in that game. They controlled it for large parts, they created chances. In that game, they were able to finish off those opportunities. DPR Korea just don't quite have that quality at this level when they're coming up against some of these sides, and that's why they found it very difficult in this competition.
So UAE in their opening game against Vietnam, they couldn't score, but they did twice in the first 30 minutes of this game. Does that then put them in a good position going into their final match?
Of course it does. I mean, I think this was a game that they needed to win. We spoke about it in the build-up to this one, the fact that they did have openings in that game against Vietnam, the likes of Ali Saleh, who were very good, getting himself involved in attacking positions. He worked on his final ball. His delivery was very good in this game here. And, Al-Ameri also had an impact, scored a lovely goal. Great touch in the box, just to lift it over the defender and then put it past the goalkeeper. Al-Hamadi, a central defender as well, with a lovely bit of skill in the box. And we expected them in this game against DPR Korea to have a little bit more of the ball, a little bit more time on the ball, and they used that, and they used their composure and the quality to find the back of the net twice. And then in the second half, it was just about seeing the game out, managing it. They had another opportunity, didn't finish that one, but they saw it out in the end and they picked up 3 points.
All right, then a recap of the Group D standings. UAE with 4 points, tied with Jordan. Vietnam with 2, and none for DPR Korea. And tomorrow, though, Tuesday, Group A, they kick off their final round of games. It's still pretty open, generally, between Australia, Bahrain, Thailand, as well as Iraq. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, very good. You still remember the days. I've completely lost track of time, and just going based on the match days and what I'm looking forward to in that group. And it's still open, as you say. I mean, Australia just need a draw from that one to go through. Thailand just need a point as well. For Bahrain and Iraq, it's simple. They need to win their matches. So it's quite straightforward going into that one, and we'll see what happens there. I mean, for Australia, in their game against Bahrain, they're a side that don't have to take any sort of risk in that one. Bahrain and the side need to open up and chase the game and win it. So Australia can just bide their time, be patient, and look for opportunities to then break them down and punish this Bahraini side.
All right, both games will kick off at 8:15 p.m. local time, and we will be there to bring you all the updates. For now, do follow AFC social digital channels to keep yourself posted. And until then, we will see you in the next update.